On Wednesday, I talked to you about the debate between former President Donald Trump, Vice President Kamala Harris, and the ABC moderators, and how I told you that I clearly believe that the ABC moderators had it out for Donald Trump. Well, now you don't have to take my word for it. Lindsay Davis, one of the moderators of the debate, came out and admitted that ABC practically ran interference for Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party. Now, are we going to let this fly? They're thumbing their nose at us. They think that they can just have a one-sided debate and that the American people are going to let it go by, that they're going to allow this to stand. Now, you and I both know, that is, if you're awake and not woke, that the mainstream media is bought and paid for. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about ABC, NBC, MSNBC, or Fox News even. They're all bought and paid for, and they all have an agenda. But they're thumbing their nose at us. Lindsay Davis admitted that the reason they decided to fact check Donald Trump was because of the disastrous debate performance of Joe Biden on June 27th. And that it was that debate performance, as you well know, that forced Democrats to basically push out Joe Biden. And they didn't want it to happen again. So they decided to fact check. Now, if you're going to fact check, shouldn't you fact check both sides? But that's not what they did here. They had it out for Trump. I told you this on Wednesday. And instead of allowing both candidates to debate issues and to keep things on topic and on track, they ran interference. They didn't fact check Kamala Harris. In fact, as I told you, Breitbart News reported that Kamala Harris lied approximately 21 times on the debate stage. And I want to play for you a segment, particularly regarding the abortion issue, where Lindsay Davis herself decided to fact check President Trump after he made a point. Watch this.
They have abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby. And that's why I did that, because that predominates, because they're radical. The Democrats are radical in that. And her vice presidential pick, which I think was a horrible pick, by the way, for our country, because he is really out of it. But her vice presidential pick says abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. He also says execution after birth. It's an execution, no longer abortion, because the baby is born, is okay. And that's not okay with me, hence the vote. But what I did is something for 52 years. They've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states. And through the genius and heart and strength of 6 Supreme Court justices, we were able to do that. Now, I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. I believe strongly in it. Ronald Reagan did also. 85% of Republicans do. Exceptions. Very important. But we were able to get it, and now states are voting on it. And for the first time, you're going to see, look, this is an issue that's torn our country apart for 52 years. Every legal scholar, every Democrat, every Republican, liberal, conservative, they all wanted this issue to be brought back to the states where the people could vote. And that's what happened. Now, Ohio, the vote was somewhat liberal. Kansas, the vote was somewhat liberal, much more liberal than people would have thought. But each individual state is voting. It's the vote of the people now. It's not tied up in the federal government. I did a great service in doing it. It took courage to do it. And the Supreme Court had great courage in doing it. And I give tremendous credit to those 6 justices.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice.
Now, while Lindsay Davis is technically correct that there is no law that I'm aware of in this country, fortunately, that allows someone to kill a baby after it's born. And I pray to God, guys, that that is never the case. There are 7 states and Washington, D.C. that have no legal restrictions on abortion. And that's according to the New York Times. And the fact that there are 7 states that allow no legal restrictions on abortion, and then you have Governor Ralph Northam, the former governor of Virginia, that said we should allow the baby to be born and then decide what the woman wants to do with it. That is outright evil. You're saying that you want a baby to be born, and then if the woman wants to kill it, that she should be allowed to do so. That is murder. And the fact that they are pushing that and effectively running interference for Kamala Harris by allowing her a false sense of cover and not pushing her on the issue of, you as a Democrat, do you believe that there should be any legal restrictions on abortion? That's what she got away with. They didn't push her on that. And the question should have been pushed. Do you, as someone who is pro-choice, believe that there should be any legal restrictions on abortion whatsoever? That was not pushed. And these people should be ashamed of that. And the fact that they're admitting it shows that they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn that they weren't honest in their moderation. They don't give a damn that they were not being honest and keeping it on the issues and allowing the people, the 2 people that were supposed to be debating, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, they weren't ashamed at all that they weren't allowing them to trade differences in policy the way that they should. That's what a debate is. That someone would get up there for an hour, hour and a half, and be able to trade statements. And yet, they said that they wanted to prevent statements from being traded. That's why they did this, without being fact-checked. So they're admitting to you, they're admitting to me, that they know they did this, they intentionally did this, probably with pressure from the Democratic Party, and they don't care. They're probably a willing participant. I don't think that that's far-fetched to say that. And I am tired of the mainstream media. I hope that it dies, because they're lying to you. They know they're lying to you, and they're thumbing their nose at you. They don't care that they lied. They don't care that they only were one-sided when it came to this debate. And that's the reason that I do this, to expose the lies and to try to bring truth to you. And I speak truth without fear. That's why I believe that the people who support me love me, because I am willing to say the things that most people are thinking but won't say because they don't have the courage to say. Don't worry about it. If you believe something, have the courage to speak truth to power. That is the only way that we are going to get through this, is having the courage to speak boldly without fear and to be able to call out the people that are lying to us. And so if you believe in truth, if you believe in the values of this country, and you're tired of the mainstream media BS, like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content, because the mainstream media's era is over. And I believe that we are building something, guys, you and me, that will last and will help to restore this country. But I can't do it without you. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell so that you're notified every time I make a video. Let's show them what we can do.